The LDS Church uses proof text of Job 38:7 and Jeremiah 1:5 to try to support their understanding of a premortal existence. But whenever we read these verses in context and properly define our terms, there is no way that somebody can come away from the biblical text with an understanding of a premortal existence. But let's look at what they actually do say with regards to one of their articles. It says, the life before earth, all men and women lived with God as his spirit children before coming to the earth as mortal beings. This is sometimes called the first estate, Abraham 3:26. When God laid the foundations of the earth, all the sons of God shouted for joy. Of course, Job 38:4-7. The spirit shall return unto God, who gave it. Ecclesiastes 12:7. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Jeremiah 1:4-5. So that is their claim, that we have a premortal state. But let's actually look at these texts and see what they actually say. Job 38:1-11 says, Then the Lord answered Job from the whirlwind. He said, Who is this who obscures my counsel with ignorant words? Get ready to answer me like a man. When I question you, you will inform me. Where were you when I established the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. Who fixed its dimensions? Certainly you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? What supports its foundation? Who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy. Who enclosed the sea behind the doors when it burst forth from the womb? When I made the clouds its garment and total darkness its blanket? When I determined its boundaries and put its bars and doors in place? When I declared, you may come this far, but no farther. Your proud waves stop here. So the point is, it's a rhetorical understanding with regards to the people cannot answer this because we were not there. Because the point is, it's rhetorical, and it shows the foolishness of man to question God. But let's see what Job does respond later in this text. We can see in Job chapter 40, verse 1-5, it says, The Lord answered Job, Will the one who contends with the Almighty correct him? Let him who argues with God give an answer. Then Job answered the Lord, I am so insignificant. How can I answer you? I place my hand over my mouth. I have spoken once, and I will not reply twice. But now I can add nothing. Or later on he says this. Job chapter 42, verse 1-6. Then Job replied to the Lord, I know that you can do anything, and surely no plan of yours can be thwarted. You asked, Who is this who conceals my counsel with ignorance? Surely I spoke about things I did not understand, things too wonderful for me to know. You said, Listen now, and I will speak. When I question you, you will inform me. I have heard reports about you, but now my eyes have seen you. Therefore I reject my words, and I am sorry for them. I am dust and ashes. So, once again, the important one is the Job 38, verse 7. So let's actually look at what it says with regards to the sons of God, because there's actually a parallel in the book of Job, and we're going to look at that. This parallel always comes in Job chapter 1, verse 6 in the King James, because that's what the LDS like to use. It says, Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. So let's see this with regards to what the Septuagint, the Greek translation of the Old Testament, says with regards to the sons of God. We can see it once again in Job 1:6. It says, And it happened this one day, and behold, the angels of God came to stand before the Lord, and the devil came along with them. Did you notice what it said? The angels of God came to stand before the Lord, and the devil came along with them. So the Greek translation of the Old Testament translates this as the angels of God. So that would show that we are not in a premortal state, that humans are not there with God before the foundation of the earth. But let's also look at what it says in Job chapter 38. It says, of course, the King James says, When the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy. Once again, the Septuagint says, When the stars came into being, all my angels praised me with a great voice. Once again, the Septuagint translates it as the angels of God shouted with a, they praised and shouted with a great voice. So once again, it's not that we have a premortal state, but it's the angels who are spoken of who praise the Lord whenever he created, the stars and everything that came into being. We were not there because we are not in a premortal state. Now, I want to look at what with regards to Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. It says, Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thee camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So the important one is, what does the word "knew" mean? Well, we don't have to guess. We actually know. It says it's yada. It's know, and it means to choose, which means to select an object for a special favor. So this has nothing to do with the Lord knowing us before the primordial state. It has the connotation of selecting somebody for a specific purpose. And that's exactly what the Lord did to Jeremiah. Before Jeremiah was born, the Lord decided to set Jeremiah apart, special in the sense of election to service, where he would be a prophet to the nations, not the LDS understanding that we have a premortal state before the foundation of the world, because that is not accurate according to the biblical record. I want to thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.